Bath's run.
Thanks, Jordan.
Who's in there?
Signal from the Duke of York, sir. Commander-in-Chief sending his barge for you in half an hour.
Half an hour? Christ. Thanks, Blood.
Sir.
Number one.
Huh?
C&C seems in a hurry. Rope ladder will do, starboard side, after I've spoken to the ship's company.
Aye, sir. More signals from Admiralty, sir. Calamares is through. Lotus has picked up survivors from River Afton and Dianella's as Archangel.
Number one, I told you I want every signal brought to me first, personally and direct.
Sorry, sir.
Why the bloody hell don't you obey my orders, number one?
The men will be mustered forth today at 1100, sir.
Right.
Come on then, let's be having you lads. Come on, move it, move it! Come on then. Is that it all out then? Right.
Now, I'm on my way to see the Commander-in-Chief. And he'll ask me the same question we've all been asking. Why the hell we took that convoy 3/4 of the way to Russia and then steamed away at 30 knots, abandoning it to the mercy of the German Navy. Well, some of you will have walked through Admiralty Arch with your girlfriends and pointed it out as the place all our troubles come from. Well, inside there, or rather underneath, is the first Sea Lord, Sir Dudley Pound, like a spider, being fed with information from all over the place, including us. Now, he knew every move of PQ-17 and the U-boats round us, and above all, he knew what the German Navy was up to. So I reckon he must have been convinced that our convoy was about to be blasted out of the water by Tirpitz, the biggest battleship in the world. So he decided that the merchant ships we were protecting would have a better chance spread out in all directions than as a compact target. Now, I know how attached you get to those old merchant ships in convoy, so don't let anyone tell you that Keppel was running away. We were joining up with Admiral Hamilton and his cruiser squadron in a desperate effort to rescue as many of those merchantmen as possible. And that's the only way to look at it. Of course, if I'd made a different decision, ignored the first Sea Lord's order to scatter the convoy and stuck with the merchantmen, we'd all be bloody heroes now, and probably full of seawater. Any sign of the Admiral's barge?
Not yet, sir. Signal from the Admiralty, sir. Lotus has picked up Commodore Dowding.
Well done, Lotus. Thanks, Doc. That's marvelous.
Coco?
Thanks, Jordan.
Bet they don't make it like that on the Duke of York.
I hope not.
That's a lot of thanks, that is.
Commodore Dowding's among the survivors, Jordan.
He would be. Still smoking his pipe, I'll bet. Pass the word round, shall I?
Yes, do. Jordan! Yes. What the bloody hell have you done with the bridge diary?
Nothing. It's on your desk, where it always is. Well, when you see the Admiral, give it to him straight.
Thank you, Jordan. Get that smirk off your face, bloody bank clerk. It's important to do things in style.
Aye, aye, sir.
Especially when you're being transported to the Tower of London to have your head chopped off.
Pipe!
On receipt of Admiral Dudley Pound's signal, what did you do?
Ordered the convoy to scatter, sir.
How?
I hoisted the scatter pennant.
And that took 15 minutes.
5, sir.
5. That signal was prefixed most immediate. Why the delay?
It was unbelievable. Commodore of the convoy thought so too when he saw my signal flying at Keppel's masthead. He couldn't believe his eyes.
But if I got an order from the First Sea Lord, I'd obey it, unhesitatingly.
I had to assess the situation.
Admiral Hamilton didn't take time to assess the situation.
Perhaps it would have been better if he had.
Admiral Hamilton immediately turned his cruiser squadron round and headed west as ordered. But you hesitated. Why? Why?
We were on top of the world, sir. Then to get that order from Whitehall to scatter that convoy with U-boats all round us like sharks. Lotus thought it was a hoax by the Germans, thought they'd broken our code or something.
No mind about the Lotus, she's still with the convoy. What's left of it. But you hesitated to obey that order. Why?
Because it was wrong.
If it was wrong, and you knew it was wrong, why did you obey it?
I obeyed it instinctively, sir, having assumed that the First Sea Lord had more information about enemy movements than I had.
Coffee?
Thank you, sir.
Help yourself. I've got it. My war game exercises in 1938. You were my chief of staff. Red Fleet versus Blue Fleet.
Yes, sir. You left me in charge while you went to play golf.
That's right. Well, I won, didn't I?
The golf, sir?
Now, you were about here when you got the signal from the Admiralty telling you the enemy was on your tail. Was that when you altered course to the north?
No, sir.
No.
I'd done that 2 hours earlier. We were almost suffocated with information from the Admiralty. We knew there were enemy forces in the vicinity. We could see them.
Aircraft and U-boats, perhaps, not the Tirpitz.
I guessed that sooner or later she'd be heading in our direction.
Guessed. Broom, I have to make this report to the First Lord of the Admiralty.
Yes, sir.
He will make his report to the Prime Minister in person. There'll be no guesses or excuses from either of us.
Yes, sir.
What were your orders when you sailed from Iceland?
To protect the convoy on its journey to Russia.
Exactly. Then why, at the most vulnerable point, with no aircraft cover and the Luftwaffe ready to pounce, why in the blazes did you take it upon yourself to remove your escort of destroyers?
I received a direct order from the First Sea Lord.
Sir Dudley Pound ordered you to scatter the convoy, not to withdraw.
When I got the order, I assumed that the Tirpitz was just over the horizon. How could I know the facts if I wasn't told them? It seemed to all of us that half a dozen destroyers on their own would be useless against the Tirpitz, but if we joined the cruisers, we could make smoke screens at least. We might even be in position to do some damage, even sink her.
You say all of us. Who do you mean? Did you hold some sort of conference?
I naturally showed the signal to my number 1, Lieutenant Lloyd, sir, and Lieutenant Beale, my gunnery officer. My number 1 agreed with me. Only one place to be at that moment, and that was with the cruisers.
And what did Mr. Beale suggest?
As far as I remember, sir, he didn't suggest anything. He's RNVR, sir. I don't think I asked him for his opinion.
But he saw the signal.
Yes, sir, and Lieutenant Dixon.
Oh, and the signal officer, and Uncle Tom Cobley and all.
Well, sir, every bone in my body told me that order was wrong.
Yet you couldn't make a decision without the moral support of your junior officers.
No, sir, I hesitated.
Why?
It crossed my mind, sir, to stay with the convoy, to ignore the signal to scatter. But with my sort of training, I couldn't do that. I made the signal Charlie Mike to the escort destroyers, and they fell into line behind me, and we steamed back through the convoy. It took 2 hours to catch the cruisers, and then we hit a fog bank. Nearly hit the London at the same time. I remember saying to my number 1, it could have been the bloody Tirpitz. The fog got thicker, but we pressed on while the distress signals began coming through from the merchantmen we'd left behind. U-boats and planes picking them off like sitting ducks. And still no sign of the Tirpitz. And when we finally ran out of the fog into brilliant sunshine, I knew. There were no battleships ahead of us but our own.
Was this when you asked permission to go back?
Yes, sir. I thought we might be able to pick up some survivors.
Admiral Hamilton very wisely refused that permission. No point in belting back, running out of fuel.
If we'd found the tanker, we might have been able to round up some of the convoy.
Scattered convoy cannot be unscattered, Broom. You sent a last signal to the convoy Commodore. It reads, "Sorry to leave you like this. Looks like being a bloody business. Goodbye and good luck." Broom, did you really think that your handful of destroyers would be the slightest use to Admiral Hamilton?
Yes, sir.
The turbines would have blown you out of the water at 20 miles.
I realized that, sir. So did everyone.
Is that why you sent the signal looks like being a bloody business?
For us, sir. For the destroyer flotilla. I wasn't excusing myself for leaving them. I thought I was going into battle. Morale on board couldn't have been higher.
Death or glory, eh?
No, sir. Concentration of forces, that's all.
Red Fleet versus Blue Fleet.
Sir?
Let me have your report as soon as possible.
Yes, sir.
You're quite right, Broom. This is a perfectly bloody business. These things happen. When you get to Londonderry, take some leave. You've earned it.
Thank you, sir.
And then we'll think of something else for you. Don't brood.
If I'd made a different decision, ignored the First Sea Lord's order to scatter the convoy and stuck with the merchantmen, we'd all be bloody heroes now.
Jack! It's on the table. We're all waiting. Jack, where's Simon? I thought you were together.
He's out in my skiff, stuck on a mud bank.
You said you'd look after him.
He'll float off when the tide turns.
When will that be?
About 4 hours.
4 hours.
What I hate most about this war is it's supposed to be patriotic to have your meals in the kitchen.
It's the only room that's properly blacked out, Daddy.
When I was your age, it was my ambition to be an admiral. But I never thought I'd end my days peeling potatoes and doing the washing up.
But you do it so well, Daddy. You're married, aren't you, Colin?
Oh, only just. The wedding was a fortnight before we sailed.
Is she coming down here at all?
No, she's working at Bart's hospital.
Is she a nurse?
No, she's on the catering side. She's a dietitian.
I remember the first time Jack came to our house, he looked half-starved.
I was half-starved. Just got back from the China submarine flotilla and dysentery.
China station, cushy number, that's very cushy.
My captain only had one entry in his standing order book. Fear God, honour the king, and keep your bowels open.
That's the trouble with Jack. He never knows when he's gone too far. Got no respect. Always picks on admirals with his cartoons. The one with Miss Snodgrass in the bath is the spitting image of Admiral Percy Noble. And that one there, exactly like Dot's. You know, the first time Jack came to our house...
Officially?
Wanted to marry Sybil. Well, I've got 8 children, so I said to him, I could see he thought he'd got his feet under the table. I said, why did you pick Sybil? Do you know what he said?
Love at first sight.
He said, if I can't sleep at night, I count your children going through a 5-barred gate. And Sybil is always the last one through. What fancy. That, from a junior lieutenant who wants to marry an admiral's daughter. I'd imposed it to Aiden. Cheek of the devil, that's Jack.
If you tell them any more, sir, my life won't be worth living when I get back on board. I think I can see Simon coming in slowly. I'll just go and meet him.
Oh, dear, I think I'm the one who's gone too far this time.
Oh, no, he doesn't mind at all. He's tired, that's all.
Did you say you were a bank manager?
Come on, Simon, look lively, stow the oars! Next time you're on the ground and you sit there dreaming, get out and push! I think get out! You're all right. When I was your age, my sub-lieutenant would have given me 12 of the best. 12? And every day for a week. That was the Navy. Now, come on, run. Get that circulation going. Come on. I'm 41. You're only 14. You should be able to beat me hollow. My legs are stiff. See if you're all right. Come on now. Hup, 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 hup.
Where were you when I came aboard?
In the wardroom, sir. Bob Lloyd's wife's had a baby.
The officer of the day should be on the quarterdeck when the captain comes aboard.
Yes, sir.
Even if it's 2 o'clock in the bloody morning.
Yes, sir.
Well, you better go and celebrate. Tell Bob I want him back here by Friday.
Sir.
Clarkson,
Sir?
where the hell is everyone?
Mr. Lloyd is in the wardroom, sir.
Is he?
Sir?
My God, this place is a bloody shambles. Get out, Jordan. Signal from base Commodore. All shore leave stopped. You take that bloody thing back immediately.
Would it mean going ashore, sir?
Those are my orders. You get me a new tennis racket while you're at it.
Sir.
Vandalising petrol filling stations. The noise, we've had no end of complaints.
He's no right to report my officers.
I have every right.
Not over my head.
Playing tennis on a platform.
They were letting off steam, that's all.
There are decent people living in this town. They need sleep. They've got to go to work in the morning.
These boys have been knocked for 6 by PQ-17, just getting back on their feet, sir.
We get dozens of ships through here, but if every officer who'd had a baby went around smashing the place up, we'd have no filling stations left.
They've been through hell.
So have a lot of people. I've been on convoys myself. But quite frankly, if you can't look after your officers, then somebody's got to do it for you.
You bloody idiot.
Right. Game, set, and match. Thank you.
Forget it, Richards.
Sir?
Commander Broom, return the petrol pump and confiscate the tennis rackets. See you at lunch, Dickie.
Aye, sir.
Hang on a minute, Jackie.
Let me have the pedestal file, will you? Sit down. That petrol pump reminds me of the stuffed hippopotamus we pinched from the golf club at Formby. Whatever happened to that?
Went with us to Norway in veterans. A German bomb took a tooth out of it, so we sent it back to the club with a plaque saying, shot down over Narvik.
Ah. Glad to hear it survived the trip.
Bad luck about your convoy.
Bad luck, bloody disaster, sir.
I don't know, quite a few got through, didn't they?
No.
Anyway, you've got to put that behind you now. If it's any consolation, I should have done exactly the same thing, and so would everybody else. Now, Admiral Seifert has asked for you. Another convoy, Mediterranean, assembling Gibraltar.
When?
Very soon, very soon. You'll be senior officer escorting aircraft carrier Furious.
When I started out, she was a battle cruiser even older than Keppel.
You know Peter Gretton, don't you?
I certainly do.
He'll be in Wolverine.
Peter, I couldn't wish for anyone better.
Ah, thank you.
Angela, how nice to see you again. How are you getting on?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you. Yes, she was in operational planning Liverpool. Beautiful legs. How many planes do you carry, sir?
38. That's what I call air cover. For Malta, Peter. Not for us. As far as we're concerned, the rest of the convoy doesn't exist. We'll be way ahead of it anyway. But for your information, there are 14 merchantmen, and there's every expectation that 14 of them will reach Malta.
England expects.
Malta's got to be relieved, and it's the Navy's job to see that it is. Now, gentlemen, I need hardly remind you that one of Jerry's favourite tricks is to distract our attention by dropping a couple of bombs from the ceiling while his main torpedo attack is coming in from the side.
We had a few near misses like that on PQ-17, didn't we, Commander? May I ask one question, sir?
Yes, ask as many as you like.
Is Admiral Seifert an overall command of this operation?
Yes. I know you Americans are a bit wary of our operation along, but they don't come better anywhere than Admiral Seifert.
Yeah. When you say that as far as we're concerned, the rest of the convoy doesn't exist, does that presuppose that in an emergency, we just turn around and head for home?
Certainly not, but the main convoy will have its own escort. Our job is to get Squadron Leader Maxwell and his planes within flying range of Malta. Once that's been done, you'll get the signal Blue Danube and get the hell out of it.
I'm sorry to persist, sir, but if an Italian battleship appears over the horizon, what happens then? We just press on regardless?
Depending where we've got to. We have contingency plans for air cover and so on, which you should have in front of you. If necessary, the convoy might have to be rerouted, but...
Who gives the order, sir?
I think I said Admiral Seifert.
Will he be on board, sir, or will he be back at base?
It won't be in the Furious, certainly not.
And how will he know when to give the order?
I'm not quite sure what the point is you're trying to make.
He's not trying to make a point, he's trying to score one.
On PQ-17, sir, 80% of the merchant ships that went down were American. Ships we were there to protect. Except we were the new boys then. We took our orders from the British Navy without question.
Yes. I think PQ-17 taught us all a lesson. But on pedestal, we shall have some air cover. And, of course, proper firepower.
That's not what I'm saying, sir. We may have been green as grass then, but we're not any longer. The American Navy does not run away from anybody or anything. No, sir. Never.
Well, I think I can safely say that on this occasion the British Navy is both pleased and proud to serve alongside the American Navy. Have you any more questions? Any queries as far as the RAF's concerned?
No, sir, we're fine.
Peter? No questions, sir. Right, let's all have one for the road.
You must think we're all bloody wet.
I didn't say that, sir.
You think you can sit here in a British man of war and talk like
I
that?
never intended to
You
think
never intended, don't you bloody well point your finger at me. I can talk your language. I was born there, Seattle, Washington, USA. And I joined the British Navy in 1914. And you have the effrontery to say that we ran away. There isn't a man in my ship who didn't think he was going to his death to protect those merchant ships.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't apologize, not for one word. Those ships and those men are at the bottom of the Barents Sea.
It's not your fault, Jackie.
No. But it's my dishonor. You said one for the road, didn't you, sir?
That's a lot. Piece of cake, sir. Signal from Furious, sir.
Blue Danube, acknowledge, please.
Yes, sir.
Those are after the tankers. Jerry's no fool. Signal Furious, picking up survivors from Eagle. Care to give us the time of arrival, Colin?
Yes, sir. Greenwich before 09 AM?
10, Bob.
5, sir. Still on top of 10 today.
Okay, 5, Bob. I'm afraid you owe me 5 bob, Billy. I don't know what to do about you, Colin. Got to do something. You've done bloody well on this trip, but your heart's still in that bloody bank.
Find me a drink, sir.
Signal from Admiralty, sir.
First Lord wants to inspect the ship.
What?
First Lord wants to inspect the ship tomorrow.
A.V. Alexander. Paying us a personal visit, sir?
Don't look like that, number one. It's a great honor. Don't forget my gloves, Jordan.
Gloves? What gloves?
The gloves without which I shall not be properly dressed when saluting the First Lord of the Admiralty, Jordan.
You haven't got no gloves. You never have had.
Gloves, Jordan. Get them. Everything arranged for the welcome home party tonight?
Yep, all laid on.
Better be.
Excuse me, sir. We're in a bit of a quandary, sir.
What do you mean, quandary?
It's about piping A.V. Alexander aboard, sir. Can't locate King's regulations, so what exactly do we pipe for a First Lord?
I don't know, Coxswain. Alexander's Ragtime Band? Look it up.
We can't find the manual, sir. Must have been stowed away.
Lost, you mean? Well, don't pipe him. Pipe the flag officer, Admiral Dunbar Naismith.
Oh, is he coming, sir? Well, he should be all right then.
We were submariners together before the war.
Right, sir.
Coxswain?
Sir?
Petty officers invited for drinks in my cabin tomorrow night between 6 and 7.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'll tell them. Excuse me, sir. Can I tell them anything else at the same time, sir? Did you get anything out of Admiralty?
The refit will take 6 months. Keppel will be paying off, so it'll be a new ship for everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry about that, sir. She's been a good ship.
The First Lord will probably want to say his bit. When it's over, I'll call for 3 cheers.
Aye, aye, sir.
And tell Williams we're all sick of hearing him suck his teeth.
Aye, aye, sir.
By getting that pedestal convoy through, you've not only saved Malta, you've kept vital supply routes open to your mates fighting in North Africa. These convoys are the lifeblood of the nation, and by keeping it flowing, you're doing your bit just the same as the frontline troops, the bomber pilots, the factory workers and miners. But for the war, many of you would have been factory workers or miners, or soft collar workers. Well, we've got to have pay clerks, haven't we? I was one myself in the co-op, and now look at me. Now, many of you, most of you, I may say all of you, have been on the Russian convoys. And one in particular, PQ-17, may have left a nasty taste in your mouth. But I was down in Bristol at the weekend, and I spoke to a number of merchant seamen, and I can assure you that their confidence in the ability of the Royal Navy to protect them and their ships is as high as ever, if not higher. You boys can hold your heads high, because as one merchant seaman put it, this after clinging to a raft in the middle of the Barents Sea, we're all mates, and when all's said and done, there was no lack of courage on the lower deck. I said to the Russian ambassador, the British seaman and his workmates have all played their part in saving Stalingrad. I said to him, go round the cities as I have. Coventry, Newcastle, Birmingham, Manchester, and Liverpool. These are names to stand alongside Stalingrad and Leningrad. So I've come here today to thank everybody here on board the Keppel, officers and men. You're doing a fine job. You're fighting for ordinary, honest people, not only in Britain, but in Russia. And in America, too. Let's not forget our great American allies. They're all your mates. And I'm proud to think that I am, too. So on behalf of all my mates, thank you and God bless.
Ship's company, 3 cheers for the First Lord. Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
I think I'd like to have a little informal walk around, if that's all right with you.
I'm afraid I shall have to get back, sir.
Oh, very well.
Yes. First-rate ship's company, as usual, Jackie.
Stop. Well, where shall we start?
My cabin, sir, if you don't mind. I lead the way.
You know, Churchill gave me this when I admired his, and your friend John Litchfield took it by mistake.
Litchfield, not now, Jordan. Shut the door, please.
2 years later, he had the cheek to walk into my office with a message from the First Sea Lord. So I said to him, never mind your message from Dudley Pound. What the hell have you done with my cap?
I'm applying for a court-martial.
What? What's that? Court-martial? Why? What for?
For myself. Every officer since the time of Nelson is entitled to be court-martialed if he feels he's been unjustly treated.
Come on now, Broom. This sounds like Alice in Wonderland.
You're right. I wouldn't have believed it possible to have the First Lord of the Admiralty stand in my ship in front of my men and accuse me and my officers of cowardice.
Nonsense. I was talking in general terms about PQ-17. Forget about it. If it wasn't generally accepted that you took the right action, this would no longer be your ship. There's only one person who disagrees, and that's you.
I'm no longer bothered about myself. But when my officers and I go round and hear ourselves called the I-Tie Navy, with Admiral Hamilton in the London called the WAP flagship, I don't want to know who obeyed the order to scatter or who didn't. I want to know who gave that order and why.
Admiral Dudley Pound gave the order, you know that.
Why couldn't it have been left to Admiral Hamilton or even Admiral Tovey?
You've just finished another convoy, very successfully. You're going on to command an aircraft carrier, promoted captain. But I'm going to tell you something, Broom. You're still a very, very small cog in a very big war machine. Sit down.
I'm used to standing.
Now, you may not know this. In fact, I'm fairly certain you don't know this. When Admiral Tovey was chasing the Bismarck, he didn't want to go in case his battleship ran out of fuel. So Winston sent him a telegram. Signal, I should say. Ordering him to stay with the Bismarck even if his battleship had to be towed back. Result, Bismarck sunk, Tovey didn't need a tow.
Are you trying to tell me that Admiral Tovey was afraid to go after the Bismarck?
Not afraid, no, just wait until I've finished. The result was that he and Admiral Dudley Pound were no longer friends. So when 2 months later the Tirpitz fell into Tovey's lap, and all he could do was fire 12 torpedoes at her and not score 1 hit, that was the end as far as Dudley was concerned. As for Hamilton, all he ever thinks about is air cover. I'm sorry, but as far as Dudley Pound is concerned, they're both tarred with the same brush.
As far as I'm concerned, they're 2 of the best officers I've ever served under.
Then why didn't you alter course when you were told to? You asked me why that order to scatter was given. I'll tell you. There was no trust. The boss didn't trust the buyer didn't trust the boss, and the shop floor assistant didn't trust either of them. Wouldn't put the goods in the window. Said there was no demand for shoes. So disaster was inevitable. Now do you see?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not some shop assistant selling shoes. My job was to see those merchant ships safely to Russia.
If everybody thinks they know best, that's no way to run a navy. Dudley Pound had a fixed idea the Tirpitz would attack
I obeyed
that
that order, the order to scatter, but it was a wrong order. And if Admiral Pound gave it, he should be put up against a wall and shot.
Now, look here, Broom. I'm not going to sit here and listen to you say things like that about the First Sea Lord. I've heard rumors about what's been going on, and if this is the sort of stuff you've been dishing out to your men...
How dare you suggest that I discuss my senior officers with the lower deck?
Well, Americans in Gibraltar, then. Our allies. Do you realize that as a result of PQ-17, Admiral King won't allow an American ship to serve under a British admiral? And how do you think that situation's going to be helped if you go around saying the First Sea Lord had no right to scatter that convoy and he ought to be relieved of his command?
I never said that.
You said...
Shot was what I said.
I will not listen to seditious comment.
This is the truth. I don't care if you are the First Lord of the Admiralty. I wish I could say to Sir Dudley Pound. That order to scatter was as good as a death sentence to those merchant ships, and there isn't one officer or rating who doesn't agree with me.
Broom, you want to stop worrying about the conduct of your superior officers on the Admiralty. Admiral Hamilton has taken full responsibility for his actions. So has Admiral Tovey. It's time you did the same. And no regrets. Past is past, over and done with.
It is not.
Anyway, I don't mind telling you that in my opinion, and the opinion of a number of my colleagues, PQ-17 could never have got through to Russia anyway, scattered or unscattered, with or without your convoy. The Germans knew every move we made from start to finish. We didn't stand a chance.
But if that's true, why was the convoy ever sent, or why wasn't it turned back?
Unfortunately, there's a lot more to fighting a war than the safety of a few merchant ships.
A few? 24. Have you ever taken a swim in the Barents Sea?
I know the conditions. Appalling. If you must blame someone, blame Adolf Hitler. He started it.
That sort of answer may be good enough for a politician.
Well, Churchill said to me the other day, if a man takes an action which he's convinced he's right and he's doing his duty, he need never regret it.
I'm not Churchill. I shall regret taking that action all my life. Like a bloody morgue in here, Jordan. Where are all the girls?
Well, it's your literary agent over there. And Mr. Larkin's doing his best.
Two wrens don't make a summer. Ah, good. Cheers. Oh, lovely. Slosh it about a bit, Jordan.
Thank you. What should I call you, Lieutenant or Captain or what?
Darling.
Then tell me, darling, what's a refit party mean?
It means that anything and everything goes.
Sir, sir, this is Muriel, my wife, Commander Broom.
How do you do? Well, I knew it. Prettiest girl in the room. Colin hasn't even given you a drink. Come on. There we are. Cheers, cheers.
Cheers. What happens next? Colin doesn't seem to know.
I don't know either. Some leave, I hope.
Colin said you had the First Lord on board.
I think it's time we raise the battle flag.
What's that? Raise the battle flag.
For action, you silly bitch.
Oh, don't worry. He always says that when he thinks things are getting a bit dull.
Come on, Tim. Let me have a go. Come on. I've listened to you for 6 months. Come on, it's my turn. Shift over.
It's amazing how crafted it all is. Can't imagine what it must be like in a storm.
We're all on top of each other. Yes, I'll show you my cabin.
I haven't done this since I was on the China station.
Oh, Mr. Wu, what shall I do? I've got those live-out Chinese laundry blue. Now, Mr. Wu, he's got a wicked eye that flickers. You ought to see him wobble when he's ironing ladies' blouses. What shall I do? I've got those live-out Chinese laundry blue.
George Formby's our new skipper.
You've got a great voice, sir.
Cynical Scots bastard. I played at the coronation of King George V, so put that in your bagpipes.
If a man takes an action which he's convinced he's right and he's doing his duty, he need never regret it.
I shall regret taking that action all my life. Come on, everybody! This is a refit party, not tea at the vicarage. George, pile all the china in the middle of the table. Right, now where are we? Too much makes you deaf.
What?
Right, now I want two teams, right? Two teams either side of the table, right? And we throw a cup from one side to the other down the line. If you drop the cup, it's sixpence in the kitty. If you break the cup, it's a shilling. Jordan, you're referee.
Right, who's the other captain?
Now, Bob, where are you? Bob? Bob, you choose your team, I'll choose mine. Now,
Right,
I want Muriel, I want Susan, I want Philippa, I want the tall girl over there with the lovely legs, and I want the one that Tim keeps mauling about. All proceeds to the Merchant Navy Fund. Poor buggers.
All right, boys. Bob, Sonny, come on.
There we are.
Can I be next to you, darling?
Of course you can, darling. There you are, next to Colin. Right. Whoa.
One down.
Well done. Does he tell you about all the terrible things that happened, Muriel?
On the convoys? No.
When he writes you all those bloody letters, he tell you about that U-boat we nearly captured?
What U-boat, darling?
What U-boat, she said. Well, we were all set to jump aboard with fixed bayonets and tow into Scarborough Flow. Go on, Colin.
I sent up a flare.
Bang on target. And for once, everything lit up.
And what did we see?
In bloody great letters, 12 foot high.
Icelandic trawler!
You dropped it, Colin.
Jordan!
Shilling for the Merchant Navy.
Bravo, bravo. Did he tell you his commanding officer's such a bloody fool he can't tell the difference between a U-boat and an Icelandic trawler?
Did you capture the trawler, darling?
No, darling. When the war's over, Colin, I'll come into your bank and see if you know the difference between half a crown and a £10 note. Don't worry, Muriel. Do you know, he's the first RNVR officer I've ever recommended for command.
Thank you, sir.
And you'll be the last. Right.
What did you think of the First Lord's speech, sir?
What speech? Bugger!
Rummo.
Thanks, Jordan. Come on, Jordan. You might as well finish it off yourself. Good hunting. Mind you don't get the pox.
Should be all right. Steer clear of Derry. Good party last night. Pity it's all over. I shan't be sorry to see the back of Keppel for a bit. So, it's Vancouver. Sure job.
For a bit, till the carrier's fitted out.
Vancouver. Any chance of coming with you?
Not a chance, sorry. But thanks for asking, Jordan. And, thanks for all the cups of cocoa. Any idea how many?
Ooh. About 150 gallons.
That's a lot of cocoa gone under the bridge.